the best capo for protesting. That sounds ridiculous, right? Why would you need the best? Why does it make a difference to have the best capo? Now, I actually really like G7th. I've had a really good relationship with them. They've sponsored an event that I did. They sent me some capos, and I actually do really like them. So I don't mind advertising them. But the point really is not which capo is it more, does it fit your instrument? So I'll explain why. I don't know if I can explain it and properly demonstrate it, but say you're out and you're playing as part of a protest and the atmosphere is fantastic, and you decide to, or the people you're with decide to play a song for which you need a capo. What you need is to be able to put that capo on. Let me just check if I'm in tune. Great. You need to be able to put that capo on and not have to retune. And if the capo doesn't quite fit your guitar, you will have to retune, because it will put an uneven amount of pressure on the strings. So like maybe the bass strings and the top strings, it will put more pressure on those and it will make them go sharp, and then the ones in the middle will be okay, and you'll have to retune, and you just don't have time for that. So I like G7th because they really think so much about designing capos for as many different guitars as possible, and you can write to them with having correctly measured your guitar neck, and they'll recommend the best capo for you. And also there's a website that extensively kind of explains this, but explains which capo might fit which guitar, their website. So that's important. Ones to avoid, those ones that the squeeze capos, the ones where you kind of squeeze it and you put it on that way. I don't have one because they pretty much make most guitars go out of tune, and they're really cheap, unfortunately. So if you are on a budget, you might be facing spending five quid on one of those capos and then bearing the consequences. But if you can't get a nice one that's going to really work for your guitar, just bear it in mind. Just like, don't put the capo on and play. As quickly as you can, put it on, stick your tuner on. Make sure you've got an electronic clip-on tuner with you so that you can tune up even if you don't have the time to hear your instrument. Just tune up as fast as you can. Often there's a lot of background noise you can't hear to tune up your instrument. So just put the capo on, stick your tuner on, tune up, go. And make sure you go through that stage, because otherwise you're going to kind of struggle with the tuning as you go forward, and yeah, it just doesn't feel very nice to be playing out of tune, even if people say they don't mind.